Hello, we are the House of Poppy and Finn. I am Miriam, and
Christine.
Today we are talking about a challenge that we did together. We both decided to do something dog related, mostly inspired by all of this collection of Christine's ceramic dogs. Well, and I guess there's other things in here too, but her dog or animal addiction that she has, which is actually quite fun. So we each decided to make a couple things. We both used this model dog as our kind of model for what we were developing. Although probably many of these dogs could work. Most of these dogs are in 1/12 scale, although not all of them.
Yeah.
So they were supposed to be in 1/12 scale. And she made, I think these are great. She made, what did you make? Go ahead. You can tell me.
Collar and leash.
A collar and leash.
And I tried to include a lot of the detail.
It's so cute. It's so cute. And you made it out of real leather?
It's leather, yeah, and then some jewelry findings, and one piece is actually a piece of just little pieces of metal that I found, actually.
This is the end, the part you put on.
Yeah.
And the little handle.
Yeah, the leather kind of frayed a little, so next time I might try and get a different kind of leather or cut it. I probably cut it
this
on
was
the grain wrong.
Our very first time doing this.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I think it looks really great. I don't know how you could, well, I don't know much about leather. You know more than I do.
Yeah.
You could get a different grain, you said?
No, just cut it differently. I know other fabrics have a grain. I think leather has grain as well, and possibly if I cut it in a different direction, it might not have frayed like that. But a simple solution is just to run a little bit of glue.
I was just going to ask, yeah, maybe put something on it.
That would help.
And then trim it a little bit,
yeah.
like some of the edges. Yeah, but it looks very kind of antique-y.
To cut it to scale, and tried to make it look as real as possible.
And you can see it would probably slip. He can't because he's attached to his foot, but it would slip right over.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a good size. Yeah, it's fantastic. How long did that take you?
Maybe an hour.
An hour?
Not very long.
Yeah. Well, that is pretty awesome. So then I decided I was going to do a doghouse and this dog bowl, and I went ahead and made a dog bone to go in with it. Mm-hmm. These are made out of polymer clay, and I don't know. I struggle with polymer clay. I feel like whenever I make anything out of it, it looks a little cartoony, which is fine if that's what you're going for. I don't know what I was going for. I think it just always turns out that way. I think because it's more plasticky, I just kind of go that way. I don't know. I think the bowl might be a little big for him, but it works. And I think it's a little too plastic.
It's great size for this guy.
No. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to be outside all day, he better have a big water bowl. So, I mean, you can put his whole head in it, but maybe he's really thirsty. So, yeah, I don't know. It's too small for him. He'd drink that up. Yeah, he'd drink that up in a matter of seconds. I measured it so that it was about 1 inch diameter. So, that's like, 1 foot dog bowl. So, 12 inches. It's on the bigger size. I think it's for a bigger dog than this. Probably a Saint Bernard. We'll go with that. We'll go with that. I like the big dogs. So this is my my other project that took me forever. Like, I spent a ton of time on this. Was this doghouse? If anyone else thinks what?
If anyone else thinks it reminds them of Snoopy, they're not wrong.
They would not be wrong. I think I used Snoopy as my inspiration. And that's probably why everything ended up cartoony. Because if you start out with your inspiration as being a cartoon...
It looks really good. It's really detailed. It looks great.
It was really fun to make. It kind of reminds me... I mean, I was hoping to be able to use it with my house, where I could actually have something like a Saint Bernard for Peter Pan, or, from Peter Pan or something, a Victorian house. I did measure. The measurements, you can see my measurements right here. These are my measurements. So I don't know if you can read all that scratch work, but I did the math. So it is kind of 1/12 scale. It's just a very large deluxe doghouse. But I think if you put it next to my really big Victorian house, then it would make sense. But I made it out of used materials. I used, well, it was actually it was part of foam core. Part of it, the part on the outside is foam core, and that part was just left over from something else. It was new, but it was left over from a project. And then the rest is pretty much recycled cardboard that we had. And glued it, cut it out and glued it and painted it. And it feels pretty...
It looks like wood.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like exactly, it's pretty light, but it's strong. So it worked out pretty well. And you can see when you see it close some of the details. Yeah, I mean, you can see some of the glue I used, but definitely if I was to do it again, I'd probably do a few things different. These pieces can come off. I'm still working on the inside a little bit, just to make that look a little more realistic. But my dog the dog that we used, actually, it turned out he didn't quite slide through the door. That's probably one thing I would change. I think when I put the door frame on, I shrunk it a little bit. But he does fit in nicely, if you can see right there. Yeah, but for my very first project, I was pretty proud of this.
Yeah, this was fun.
Yeah, it was really fun. But yeah, so anyway, new doghouse. I don't know, what do you think? Is it better with this giant dog? But then he's really cramped in there, and he doesn't have... I like the idea of Snoopy having a TV and a microwave and everything he needs to make popcorn in there. But yeah, and if you had a smaller dog like Snoopy's size, you could decorate it and deck it out.
That's like Noah's Ark for that dog. That is not even close.
Well, he's a little dog. I mean, if it was a terrier in a St. Bernard's house, he's got a roomy apartment. You know, you could put a chair in there and all sorts of things. So, I don't know. You could decorate it like a little dollhouse. I do need a dog bed. I thought about doing that. But anyway, so that's our challenge for today. I hope you enjoyed it. And
yeah, let us know what kind of things you've made for animals.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know why. I was having a hard time coming up with ideas of what to put on this with a dog outdoors. I mean, it shouldn't be that hard. I think I tried to make a baseball, but for some reason that just was too hard for me. So anyway, yeah, any other thoughts, let us know. Thanks for watching as always, and we hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching The House of Poppy and Fen. Bye.